Welcome to a very special episode of the Unpaid and Underrated podcast. I'm Big Jeff, your host for today's podcast, and this is episode number 64,000. Big Keith and Big Joey are off vacationing together in beautiful Mount St. Helens. So today I'll be your host for a very unique episode of the Unpaid and Underrated podcast. That's right. Today we'll be doing the Back Catalog Challenge, the first 400 challenge for the Massonomics Back Catalog podcast. The quiz show today, we have 4 lucky contestants who have the opportunity to showcase their back catalog knowledge and earn the title of CEO of the back catalog. Helping me out today, most importantly, helping you at home stay up to date with today's action, is our scorekeeper and judge, Big Garrett.
Everyone, Big Garrett here. I somehow found time in my busy life as a med student. However, I'm not a dink, so I have plenty of time, actually.
Great to have you, Big Garrett. Thank you. Big Garrett will be keeping us up to date with the scores in between each question and helping everybody at home follow along. Now, today's episode is also brought to you in part by Plate Snacks. Code UNPAID at Plate Snacks for your own custom home gym stickers. Garrett, have you seen some of these home gym stickers out there?
I bought my own home gym stickers from Plate Snacks, and I even used code UNPAID to save that 10%. So I could buy more stickers next time.
That's right. There's some good ones out there. Do you have a favorite?
I'm partial to the South Dakota boys.
There you go. We've got a couple of them on the show tonight. Let's say hello to our contestants. First up, from Big Mo's Strength Club. Big Mo, say hello to everyone. Tell us what makes you the CEO of the back catalog.
We're doing, everyone. Big Mo here. I've made my way through the back catalog. I've got a extensive knowledge, many years, gray hair, and if I can remember and stay awake long enough, I think I will be the back catalog CEO.
Right. That's right. Our oldest competitor today, Big Mo. Let's see if he can hang with the youngins. Up next, from Big Joey's Home Gym for Naps. Big Joey, say hello. Tell us why you're going to win today's quiz show.
Howdy, howdy. Well, I'm going to win because I've listened to the back catalog at 1.5 times speed, so I have 1.5 times the knowledge of everyone else.
I like that. And hopefully you'll listen to this episode at 1.5 times, or maybe even 2 times if you're adventurous. From the training hall, Big Cody. Big Cody, say hello to everybody.
What's up, guys? Big Cody here. Been listening to the back catalog since about 2016. And just like the guy that used to bench 405 in high school, of course, nothing's changed and I'll remember it super easily.
You're a back catalog OG. You didn't have to go back to listen to it. You are the back catalog.
I went back like 30 episodes. I've been listening ever since.
Wow. Well, yes. Hopefully that long listening history doesn't take away from your ability to answer these questions today. And our final contestant, representing Los Campeones Gym in Crew Falls, the site of December's December to Remember event in Crew Falls, Big Kolten.
Howdy, howdy. I am going to be the back catalog CEO because I listened to the back catalog before I joined Crew. So I have that.
All right. So our pre-Crew back catalog, he's got a long history of knowledge as well. All right. Great to hear from everybody. We're going to get our game started here. Let me just share a few rules of engagement for this quiz. So we'll be doing our quiz via Kahoot online. I will read the question aloud with and then you'll see the answers. You should be able to see them as I read them. The correct answer, of course, is most important to receive points, but the fastest answer will get you the most points. So speed is critical here. We'll have 3 5-question rounds for a total of 15 questions. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 15 questions. And one final free response question that you will text your answer. You'll drop a chat to Garrett, so he'll collect the answers, and that'll be the final Jeopardy question for us today. All right. Is everybody ready?
Yep.
Go.
Do it.
I'm going to share my screen. Can everybody see that okay?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. We have our contestants filtering in. As we wait for our contestants to join, let me remind you that today's today's contest is brought to you by Freedom Fitness Equipment. Code unpaid at Freedom Fitness Equipment, your source for all fitness equipment. All right, we've got Big Kolten, Big Mo, Big Joey, and Big Cody. Tell us a little bit about your Kahoot avatars. Big Kolten, what did you choose for your avatar today?
I did the football player because I am in the MILF, the Massonomics intern fantasy football league.
Yes. Would you like to tell us more about your team? Feel free to use all the time you'd like.
So my team is the Iron Ducks. I am 0-2, have not won yet. Had some not so great games, but I got Josh Allen as my quarterback. I'm hoping will take me all the way.
There you go. All right, perfect. It looks like we lost you on the screen, so just make sure if your phone goes dark, yeah, it should come right back on.
Got it.
Big Mo, who's your mascot for today?
Yeah, I thought I like this look. He's wearing a scarf, and we're getting into fall here in South Dakota, and we know we got 30 degree below zero coming. So, and he's bald, so representing the old guy and ugly. So that works.
Perfect. Big Joey, you just made an audible, it looks like, and switched up on us. Why'd you choose who you chose?
Yeah, I switched over to the skeleton because thought it might be too confusing with two zombies on the field. But of course had to sport the old glasses, fake nose, and fake mustache because got to go a little incognito. Don't want my competitors to know who I am.
And Big Cody, I think I know why you chose what you chose.
Yeah, I went with the bald eagle with the safari hat 'cause I'm the environmental guy and the strongest bird watcher. Nobody's challenged me in one yet.
I can't wait to hear that bald eagle scream across the episode. All right. Are we ready to get started?
Let's do it.
Question 1 coming up, coming in hot for the Massonomics Backlog quiz, Jeff edition. What was the title of the very first episode? All right, we got all 4 answers, and we got 3 correct answers. Let's check our scores. Garrett, give us an update on the scores after the first question.
Right off the bat, Big Kolten's in the lead with 928 points. Big Cody's at 919. Big Joey's at 916. And Big Mo is at 0, so that means he got it wrong.
Big Kolten, you were quickest on the draw there. Do you have an advantage being located there in South Dakota?
I think I might.
Yeah. Now, Big Mo, what happened to you on that question?
Just couldn't handle the pressure, and I got I fat fingered it.
All right. Well, that's right. That happens. We'll settle in for the next question here. Question number 2. What milestone does episode number 2 mark? Okay. Oh, answers all over the board on this one. This is great. We had someone move up the leaderboard, Garrett. Tell us what's happening.
Big Cody took the lead on that one with a score of 1783 now. Big Mo got that one right, but he's still in last. And Kolten and Joey got it wrong.
All right. Big Cody, what was the answer to that one? Tell us about it.
I already forgot what the question was. I'm just got fast fingers.
Episode 2, the official podcast inception.
Right,
That's
it's
what she
because
said.
they didn't start putting it on the podcast network because it was all new back then. Nobody even knew what a podcast was.
That's right. Who could imagine even doing a podcast at that point in time? All right, let's turn to our contestants here. Big Joey, I'm reading here that you once walked on a glacier. Can you tell us about that experience?
Yeah. So that was while I was on a cruise to Alaska, signed up for an excursion. They picked us up in a helicopter, which was amazing. So we just got to see all the landscape. The helicopter landed us right onto the glacier. We got to throw crampons on our boots and walk around. It was the closest I've ever felt to just being on another planet. It's just you can't believe something like this is on the same planet that we just walk every day. We also got to scoop up some of that fresh glacier water, which I've heard now is not actually the safest to drink, but it was delicious.
That's pretty
Garrett
awesome.
is shaking his head no.
Was
No,
that
you
pretty
might pick
recent?
up a ancient bacteria or virus, and then they won't be able to treat it.
Okay. So, Big Joey, no longer natty, but that's okay. That's all right. We don't judge here. All right, on to question 3. Episode 7. What key event happened in this episode? All right, everybody got that one right. Correct answer there was moving the gym. Were any of you contestants a part of that gym move back in the day?
No.
Would have probably rather moved that gym instead of moving the gym as it is today, though.
For sure.
For sure.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break here. We're going to have a word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back after these messages.
That's the thing about the Unpaid and Underrated podcast. When you call them, you're always going to get a warm body, unless, of course, it's Nate. You know, he has a chat GPT, a bot service. Other than that, you might get two other warmish bodies. Going to teach you how to get unpaid, how to stay unpaid, how to use your unpaid. That's what I like about them over at Unpaid and Underrated. That's honestly what I've always liked about them.
All right, let's go on to our next question. Question 4, episode 13. Well, not the first guest on a Massonomics podcast. Episode 13 did have a special guest interview with who? Okay, we got three correct answers on this one. Big Garrett, why don't you give us an update on the leaderboard?
Alrighty, Big Cody is still absolutely dominating with a score of 26-14. Big Kolten still in second. Big Joey in third. And Big Mo's bringing up the rear, but he's catching up.
Tight race there at the bottom. Only 6 points separate Big Joey and Big Mo.
Did you just
Big
say
Mo.
it's tight in the rear?
Well, I did actually. I did, yes. I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. Big Mo, you recently had a tour of the Brookings Barbell Club. Is that right?
I did. Had a few of the sister podcast hosts down, and they toured both of my gyms, the basement gym here, Mo Strength, and the garage gym, the Brookings Barbell Club. So that's a pretty cool deal. That's
Yeah.
been.
Did you guys get a good lift in?
We got a good lift. We had a good laugh. I had some Coke Zeros for them, and was a good time
Piping
Yeah.
hot, I hope.
Another one.
for sure.
That's right. No bells of steel stringers wound up on your property after that?
No, I survived that once again.
All right. Very good. Let's move on to our next question. Question 5. What notable event is tied to episode 21? All right. 3 correct answers here. And Big Kolten, tell me, were you a part of the notable event that was highlighted on that episode?
I was not. I had not discovered Massonomics yet.
Okay. That was, in fact, the Massonomics Strongman Showdown. All right. Let's jump in to our next question here. Question 6. Episodes 32 and 33. What theme do these episodes share? All right, that's an easy one. Everybody got that one right. The party cast. Big Joey, tell me about what would it have liked to have been a part of that party cast on that fateful evening on the 1-year anniversary of the gym.
I mean, from everything I heard, it sounded like a lot of fun. There was a lot of ruckus. It was probably the worst audio of any of their podcasts. But it was great to hear some of the regular gym goers hop on and say a few words. Yeah, definitely would have been cool to be there, but the next best time to join Massonomics is right now.
That's right. That's right. Well, they've threatened a few times to re-record a party cast. Big Cody, do you think we should bring the party cast back for Live Hard, Live Easy or something like that?
I feel like there's a way to do it. And maybe the first Lift Hard Live Easy video was the closest thing to to like the new party cast, because watching everyone have fun on YouTube is probably what got me to join crew. So that was like the party cast that made you want to be a part of it instead of just hearing it. You can see it. You can be like, man, I got to get there.
Yeah. So the new party cast is the Friday before party.
The new party cast is the pre-show Grease.
Ah, yeah. I'm sure that's so late for me out here on the East Coast. I admit I don't usually get. Do anybody want to share what the Grease was on last night's show?
What happens in the pre-show stays in the pre-show.
Okay, all right, okay.
It was
right.
pretty greasy, though.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I think that's why I'm in last place. Is my fingers are still greasy and I can't. It's not registering on that button, slowing me down. That's why I'm in
your
last
phone,
place.
it's not recognizing there. um, Big Kolten. It says here that you have sung technically at the Grand Ole Opry.
Yeah, so in high school, we took a music trip down to Tennessee. Started in Memphis and went to Nashville. And one of our stops was we toured the Grand Ole Opry in the day, and um, I forget what happened, but the place was completely empty. We sang the national anthem, and then later that night, we went to an actual show at the Grand Ole.
Okay, well, that's pretty cool. You got to be a part of history there.
Yeah.
Some famous folks that have been on that stage. All right, let's jump into our next question if everybody's ready.
Yep.
This is another 2-episode question. Episodes 50 and 51. What milestone occurred here? Somebody came in lightning fast with that answer. So if you said first Arnold trip with interviews, that is correct.
Lightning fast and lightning wrong.
Oh, big. Big Cody, what did you go with there? What did you think the answer was?
I went with Big Tyler's departure. Just because I just got so excited about clicking the button.
Yeah, I do think it's kind of funny, folks that are newer to Massonomics and newer to the Discord, and they ask sometimes, and I can't tell if they're being serious or not. What happened to Tyler? In the chat there, but I guess if they listen long enough, they'll find out.
I have to admit, the first episode I saw on YouTube, I was very confused as to who was who during those interviews. I was like, who's that fresh-faced guy? That guy doesn't look like Tanner, but it's gotta be.
Right. And he's still in the intro, holding the mic for, I think the Kaz interview or one of them or all of them. I don't know.
It took me forever to realize that was Tanner. It just not even.
Yeah. Especially clean shaven.
Yeah.
Versus the current look. Yeah.
I hear a lot of kids cry when their parents shave for the first time in front of them. Like when they see their parent clean shaven, they're just like, who the hell's this?
Yeah. I didn't have that exact experience, but my wife does threaten to divorce me if I shave. So there's a whole nother set of concern circumstance there. All right. Well, I want to take a quick moment to remind everybody this episode is brought to you in part by Barbell Rescue. Visit Barbell Rescue, get a Barbell Rescue brush cleaner, and don't forget to use code UNPAID. Big Mo, do they have Barbell Rescue brushes out there at the university and in your gym there?
We've got one here in my gym. Never had them at the university, and never didn't know about them. But it's great to keep that shaft clean.
That's right. That's right. What did you just say? No, that's right. That's absolutely right. All right. Let's jump into our next question. Before we do that, Garrett, give us an update on the leaderboard. We've had some changes.
Big Kolten has taken the lead now, as Big Cody got that last one wrong. Big Kolten's in the lead. Big Joey's up next. Big Cody's in the hole, and Big Mo is still trailing.
And Big Kolten has an answer streak of three right answers in a row. That's a way to take the lead. All right. Our next question. Question 8. Episode 93. During episode 93, the guys discussed which professional athlete's strength training protocol. That's a good one. Everybody should be following this protocol. Key to youth.
Best way to get
and
strong.
everybody. It's best way to get strong. And from what I've seen, best way to bench possibly 225, maybe a little bit less. Who's the right answer on that one, Joey?
That was Tom Brady with the TB12 method.
The TB12 method.
Pliability.
That's right. Pliability, lots of avocados, if I remember correctly, or something like that.
The cold vibrating foam roller.
Yeah. You got to be able to move in the pocket. All right. Leaderboard still the same, but Big Garrett, do you want to tell our contestants what they're competing for today?
The contestants are competing for a brand new car. No, I'm just kidding. Unpaid Underrated doesn't have the budget for that.
Just a boat.
But they do have a budget for a custom painting from Conspiracy Randy. And by custom, I mean the one that Tanner selects out of the fulfillment center.
We've got a few extra ones laying around, so we'll have a gift for our winners. And the loser, I believe, will be stripped of their Hall of Fame status, and we'll have to remove that check mark off of their card. Unfortunately, if you're at the jacket level, you'll have to rip out the stitching on that. But you'll have a chance to go back and re-listen and re-earn that spot on the Hall of Fame. All right. So with our scoreboard ready to go, we're going to jump into our next question, number 9. Episode 119, what famous recurring comment was introduced in episode 119? All right. Oh, surprise on that one. We've got 2 right answers. Let's see. Let's look at the changes.
Oh, dang it.
Garrett, what's our update on the leaderboard?
Big Cody has come back to second place, but Big Kolten's still leading. Big Joey dropped third. Big Mo is still trailing.
Big Mo, what was your answer on that last question there?
It was the 10,000-foot view. And
yes,
I saw that one and it seemed right. I hadn't even looked at the I'm good with the plane ones yet. So I was trying to speed up my answer and should have taken my time with my fingers.
Yeah. Well, that's all right. Sometimes that's what needs to happen. But Big Cody, you moved up a spot on the leaderboard. How's your quiz going so far?
That one I just knew it for whatever reason. I remember 119. I think I had to look up that episode once to remember, like it was Craig or something like that. So it was just fresh in my memory, I guess. Yeah.
Now, some notes I have here on you say that you are anti-doorbells. Can you tell us a little bit more about what you mean by that, Cody?
Yeah. So I found out like everybody's got those Ring doorbells, and I was like, oh, we should have one of those. So actually, back last October, we got Big Scar and I got married, and we asked for one of the doorbells, and we were about to set it up, and I found out it's a subscription service, and there's been a lot of chatter about that lately, and I was just flabbergasted that people pay like $11 a month for their doorbell. And I'm like, I did like there's so many things I pay, like we pay the supporting member just $3 a month, but that's such a reasonable fee. Whereas $11 for a doorbell just doesn't make sense to me, and it just really frustrates me. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't
we haven't jumped
big doorbell.
Yeah.
Big Yeah, we haven't jumped on the Ring bandwagon yet, but all of our neighbors haven't. So if something ever happens at my house, it's still being seen from all angles, but it's being subsidized by all my.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just about to go learn whatever coding or extra computer proficiency just to set up my own video camera doorbell setup and just host it on my own private servers or something.
And just charge $10 a month for it instead of 11.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Garrett, remind us of our current points and standings, please.
Big Kolten, top in the leaderboard, 65.94. Big Cody's at 61.37. Big Joey's at 55.43. Big Mo's at 46.06.
All right. So still a close race here. It's anybody's game. Let's roll into question 10. Episode 124 aired August 20, 2018. What happened in this episode? All right, there it is, guys. We talked about this a moment ago. Big Mo, I think you were looking for this answer a couple of questions ago.
Yep, I'm making moves. Yep, Tyler's departure. I knew it was right around that somewhere in the 120s. So glad I got this one right.
Yeah, I
It's
actually just
definitely
got
between
that.
0 and 200.
Yeah, it's in the first 200 for sure.
I'm making my move up the leaderboard. Here we come.
That's right. That's right. How we looking now, Garrett? What's the leaderboard look like now?
Big Mo has got out of the trail, and now he's in third place. However, Big Kolten's still top on the leaderboard, and Big Cody's in second, Mo, and then Joey.
All right. Well, we still have a few questions to go, but first we're going to take a quick break to hear from a word from our sponsor.
This episode of the Unpaid and Underrated podcast is sponsored by Massonomics, the world's strongest brand in lifting and lifestyle. Whether you need shirts, hats, but don't buy those, banners, or just a reason to tell strangers you deadlift, Massonomics has you covered. Also, Massonomics isn't just lifting gear. It's also a community of like-minded individuals who love lifting heavy weights, horse stall mat gripper challenges, and the occasional trip to South Dakota. So head over to massonomics.com/join and tell the boys that Unpaid and Underrated sent you.
All right. We're back for our Massonomics quiz show. We're getting ready to finish up here with just a few more questions to go. First, though, I want to check in with our contestants. Big Kolten, I see here that you've met a former NFL tight end. Who is that? And tell us a little about that meeting.
If you remember the Indianapolis Colts, Peyton Manning area, they had a tight end named Dallas Clark. So Dallas Clark went to a school not far from where I went to school. And in fact, my senior year, the schools merged into one. So at one point during my senior year, he came down and was telling us about recycling. And yeah, got to meet him, and then I went on to go to college at the same college he went to, the University of Iowa, and yeah, now I'm here.
Yeah. What was the recycling? I thought he was a pretty successful tight end. Did he have to, retire into something else, or how did that come around?
No, I think he was just I don't know if he helped kind of was just a part of one of the recycling or sanitation companies in the area that did it, and just kind of telling everyone about all the recycling and stuff. I think one of the younger grades got to play dodgeball.
Oh. Imagine taking a shot from Dallas Clark.
Yeah.
Okay, it was a Big Daddy. Is that no? What's the movie where
Billy Madison?
Billy Madison. Yeah, exactly. That's all I can picture right now. Yeah.
I heard that Adam Sandler actually was like throwing the balls as hard as he could at the kids, and like parents got mad at him.
I find that very believable. That's pretty hilarious. Excellent. All right, well, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's always fun to meet someone like that, and get a positive message about recycling as well. All right. If everybody's ready, let's get on to our next question. 11 of 15. We're in the home stretch. Episode 138. What popular recurring segment started here? Quick answers on that one. Everybody was in fast. Everybody got it right. Tell me, Nate, overrated or underrated your experience with the quiz show so far today?
You know, I'm loving it. Might be in last place, but it really is about the friends we made along the way. I'm just going to make one more comment that I actually got the correct answer, but for a second I thought I had the wrong answer because I was thinking unpaid or underrated.
Yeah. That, of course, the predecessor to overrated, underrated, the inspiration of overrated, underrated. And we're really glad we have both segments available for us to enjoy each and every week.
I like a good segment.
Oh, good segment. Lots of good segments. Do we want to do a quick Mount Rushmore? Why don't our four contestants each give me their Mount Rushmore of best Massonomics bit or segment? open-ended definition, whatever you want, something that's recurring or a recurring joke. What's on the Mount Rushmore of Massonomics bits? I should probably call on somebody. Big Kolten, why don't you go first?
The number one has to be Tanner Explains the Midwest.
Tanner Explains Midwest. As a Midwesterner, you've got to appreciate that. And as a East Coaster, it's great to hear a little bit more about the Midwest.
Yep. Another one is I don't know if it's actually what's bigger or
What weighs more?
Yeah, what weighs more? That's what it is.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And then
why don't we get one from? I'll grab one from each of you. So you've got what was the first one you said already?
Tanner Explains the Midwest.
Tanner Explains the Midwest. Big Mo, what are you going to take for your Mount Rushmore?
I think Kolten was just saying it there at the end, but has he seen it? That's maybe not it's kind of a dark horse there, but that's one that I really liked. Has Tommy seen it? The movies.
I miss Has He Seen It because that always generates a lot of conversation. Just more shock and awe around having not seen, The Predator and some of the other favorites out there. But it's an opportunity for him to redeem himself because I think he did come around on some of those movies. Tanner Explains the Midwest. Has he seen it? Big Cody, what do you think for your spot on the Mount Rushmore?
I really like a good Fitness's Finest, and I feel like it's time to bring that back. I just like to know all the weird shit that people are getting up to these days.
Yeah, I think that's sort of the embodiment of Massonomics. What's the most just silly goose stuff out there, and let's highlight it and mock it, and then do some real lifting. Big Joey, take the last spot.
I think I'm gonna have to go with another oldie but goodie. What's in Tanner's sack?
Good one.
Classic.
Yeah, I hope everybody here is experts in what's in Tanner's sack. And we'll find out maybe in a little bit.
So I want to call a little audible here. I know Big Joey likes to do the alien head. So why don't we have Garrett give us the alien face for Mount Rushmore and one of his segments?
That's a great idea. What do you have, Garrett?
Well, Big Mo stole mine. I was going to choose Has Tommy Seen It because historically, Tommy has not seen any good movies ever. But I think I got to go with the classic overrated, underrated.
Another good conversation starter. The best bits bring the conversation and engagement. So we've got Tanner Explains the Midwest. Has he seen it? Fitness's Finest. What's in Tanner's sack? And overrated, underrated as the Mount Rushmore of Massonomics bits. I think that's a pretty good Mount Rushmore. I would travel to see that Mount Rushmore. Okay. Big Garrett, what's our scoreboard looking like as we roll into our next question?
Big Kolten's at 85-16, top in the leaderboard. He's a good question ahead of Big Cody, who's in second with 79-53. Big Joey's in third, moved back up with a score of 64-94. And Big Mo went back to the rear with 64-85.
All right. Anybody's game still. Anybody's game. Let's go to our next question. Question 12. In episode 154, the boys lamented what lift is being missing from that year's Arnold. And we got 4 answers, and that's an easy one. Which lift? Who said that? Which lift was that?
It's the Jefferson deadlift.
It's the Jefferson deadlift. If you didn't know what a Jefferson deadlift was, you certainly did after this year's Strongman. What do they call the event in Lift Hard? The Strongman Showdown there. Well, let's Big Cody and Big Kolten. You both got to pull Jefferson deadlifts this year during that event. Is that right?
That's right.
Big Cody, how'd it go for you?
It went pretty well. My Jefferson is actually stronger than my conventional or my sumo. I got long arms, so nothing really gets in the way when I'm picking those weights, and I can basically I wakeboard a lot, so I'm just used to being in that kind of same powerful position. So I think I was trying to get that Jefferson deadlift get on the record board for a while, and just people kept breaking it right when I was getting close.
Yeah.
Now I think it's just a little out of reach.
Well, what's the bottom end of that? Is it in the sixes or the sevens? I feel like it's getting pretty high up there.
I think it's close to 750.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just to be the 10th best Jefferson deadlifter in the
Yeah,
world.
just to get on the board.
Yeah.
Especially because I'm cutting down towards victim weight right now, so it's just getting harder every day.
How's that going? How's the cut?
That's going all right. I've been doing macro factor since the Lift Hard Live Easy, and I've dropped probably like 15 pounds, maybe 10.
Yeah.
I don't know. The trend's going down every day. My little tracker on macro factor looks kind of like an EKG. It's just like super high, super low, super high again. But the trend is moving smoothly.
Excellent. Yeah, macro factor is great. I use it. I think a lot of us do. That reminds me, today's episode is brought to you in part by Home Gym Con. Big Joey, they're still selling tickets to Home Gym Con?
They are. You can get your tickets today. In fact, today's a great day to do it because the prices will go up on Halloween. So you don't want to be scared by that. Use code unpaid and save a little bit extra.
Yeah. Hey, the best day to buy them was yesterday. The next best day is today. Use that code. I was going to ask you, Big Kolten, about the Jefferson deadlift. Now, did you experience any of the bruising that one of our other podcast hosts experienced from his Jefferson deadlift attempt?
No, I did actually. I was able to figure out how to properly do one, and it really helped alleviate some of that bruising.
Yeah, if only there was some place you could go to for advice on how to kind of approach it and take a stance. But I'm glad to hear that you made it out unscathed. All right, everybody got that last question right. No changes in our leaderboard. Let's go on to our next question. Lucky number 13. And that question is episode 173. Whose visit to the Massonomics gym was discussed in that episode? All right. Now, a lot of heavy hitters in our answer bank here, but only one of them is correct. Big Kolten, who was the visitor discussed in that episode?
Coop from Garage Gym Reviews.
Coop from Garage Gym Reviews, all the way back on episode 173. I actually I haven't listened to that episode. I'm kind of around 125 or so in the catalog. I'm anxious to hear what that was like, given sort of the relationship from that point forward. Like say, all right. I want to check in again with one of our contestants here, and I want to talk to Big Joey. We saw some footage of you as a young fellow playing t-ball, and you had some unorthodox technique for playing the outfield out there. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I mean, I was a bit of a late bloomer as far as it came to lifting or athletics or anything kind of related to that. And I don't know how long it's been since you've seen a t-ball game or played a t-ball game, but there's not a lot of zingers out to that outfield. So when I was out there, I would get a little bored and just pull my arms into my jersey because why not? Figured that would be a good technique. Be that much more impressive if a ball did come and I was able to catch it. Turns out that's not a great strategy, but hey, I live to tell the tale.
It was like your t-ball experience was similar to mine. Again, not really a born athlete, a lot of time in the outfield. I knew I was out in the outfield, and that's okay. A lot of time avoiding bees and things like that. But you know, we grow when we mature. Anybody else on the call a Little League All-Star or had a little bit better Little League careers than Joey and I?
I spent all the time in the outfield just digging for bugs.
Maybe Massonomics really is just people that were playing outfield in Little League and all coming together as one. Every deadlift I think about that. Big Grease says he pitched a no-hitter. Do you want to come off mute and tell us about that? We got a special guest in the audience here. A no-hitter.
Yeah, I think I was 10 years old. I was a fairly decent pitcher up until got into like middle school age. Really accurate, could hit any pitch, any target. But at some point I just kind of didn't gain any speed, so I kind of fell behind all the other pitchers, so made it easier for the bigger kids to hit off me once I grew up.
Yeah.
But yeah, got a no-hitter.
I thought you were going to say, cool. That's awesome. I thought you were going to say you were 25 and the kids were in Little League and you pitched no-hitter. All right.
I thought maybe that was still coach pitch.
All right. Well, we've got one contestant starting to extend their lead a little bit. Big Garrett, how's our leaderboard looking?
We have Big Kolten passing 5 digits now with a score of 10,439. And Big Cody's at 89.13 in second. Big Joey has an answer streak, but he's still in third place at 84.03. And Big Mo is still holding that rear up at 83.77.
All right. Well, two
What
more
I'm here
questions
for
to
to hold
go.
up the rear.
Just takes one bad click, Kolten.
Yeah. Big Mo always quick with a smoke or to light, or quick with a joke or to light up your smoke. All right. Couple more questions to go here. A lot can still happen. Question 14, episode 179. What milestone occurred there?
Oh, dang it.
Tell us what happened there, Nate.
One
I
bad click,
choked.
Kolten.
One bad click. One bad click.
One bad click.
Jeez, hearing it from the crowd there. This could cause a shakeup in the standings. Nope, standings still stay where they are. Big Cody got that one right, and was Big Cody the only one that got that one right? That was a tough question. Episode 179. What milestone occurred there? That was the first sponsors introduced. Does anybody know who those sponsors were?
Spud Inc.
Spud Inc.
Hybrid.
And lifting large. Yeah.
Oh.
So this, I should probably mention, this is a almost entirely ChatGPT generated quiz. So it is kind of following similar format through all the questions. I had to clean up some of the questions. One of them was a complete hallucination. But yeah, originally it just wanted to give you a fact and ask you what episode it happened in. And I said, well, let's change it up and give us the episode, and at least we can kind of put together a timeline and hopefully have a puncher's chance in getting the right answer there. But that question did close the gap a little bit between first and second place. What's our score update, Garrett?
Well, with one question remaining, Big Kolten's at 10,439. Big Cody came up to a close second at 97.30. Big Joey's in third at 84.03, and Big Mo's still holding that rear nice and high at 83.77.
All right. Big Mo, speaking of your rear, Unpaid and Underrated podcast wouldn't be complete without a poop story. You told me you had one from Crew Falls.
Well, it has been talked about a little bit on the podcast before, but yes, last December to remember, we were at the evening shenanigans there, and went to use the local facilities there, and somebody tried to kind of look over the stall, I thought, and then it came out, and Big Keith and somebody else, I'm trying to remember who it was, were there, and they told me that some guy came and looked in. We tried to get the security guard, whatever. Yeah, so it wasn't that big a deal. I did follow up with them, but they claimed that it was the guy had to check in. The security guard had to check in, and he had to put his phone there. I didn't pursue it, but yeah, that was had the pants around the ankles, and yeah, I see this phone coming over the top of the deal. It was definitely a December to remember.
Yeah, I thought they were going to say that section of the security footage was missing. They had everything else, but that 1 minute was gone. Never caught the perpetrator, huh? Never brought him to justice. No. Well, be careful out on a loose there. Be careful this December to remember. And if you haven't signed up yet for December to remember, and you can make it, take the opportunity to do that. I think the count's already up to like 30, 31 people. Something like that. All right. One final multiple choice question to go. Question 15. Episode 400. What was the theme of this milestone episode? All right. I hope everybody got that one right. The 40 most influential moments. It was funny. I asked it to create a quiz on the first 400 episodes, and it gave me 14 questions up through episode 179 and one question on episode 400. So I guess it completed the assignment. All right. After our 15 multiple choice questions, let's check the podium so far. Big Garrett, tell us where everybody stands.
Big Mo is still holding that rear up. Big Joey's taking third. Big Cody's in second. And Big Kolten came out on top with one question left.
Okay. So we are now down to the final part of the show where we have a free response question. And again, I'm going to read the free response question. I would ask you to private chat Garrett your answer. Give it some thought. This is a big question. This question is worth 2,000 points.
Do you just want the private chat on Discord?
I probably on Zoom. I don't know. Do you have a preference, Garrett?
Throw it on Zoom.
Okay.
Okay. So can everybody access the Zoom private chat? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. The final question is, I told you earlier, I hope that you are an expert in the What's in Tanner's Sack segment. What was the first ever item in the What's in Tanner's Sack segment? And I will tell you, there are two different answers I will accept for this question. Explain why after you submit your response. How's everybody doing, Garrett? Are those answers rolling in?
I got them. I'm just writing them down right now.
Okay.
Who's feeling confident?
Is anybody 100% sure they know the right answer? Anybody maybe just listened to that episode recently? All right. Garrett, you want to read off everybody's answer?
Well, Big Mo, Joey, and Cody all said Spud Inc. And Big Kolten was the outlier who said knee wraps. So it's going to depend on what your answers are technically right here, Jeff.
Wow. Okay. So the two answers I would have accepted, the first answer, which is when the first sort of officially named What's in Tanner's Sack segment came out, were the mag grips or mag. I forget the name of the company, but like the handles for the pulley. But in the prior episode, Tanner brought a sack that was not officially named the sack segment yet. And in that sack was the Thompson bow tie. Yes.
Of course.
So we had the Thompson bow tie and then the mag grip. So yeah, I don't think that you said Spud Inc. was what Mo, Joey and Cody said?
Yep. I mean, technically, the bow tie is sold on Spud Inc. So
Was it at that time though? Because it's a Donnie Thompson product.
it's a good point.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but I believe Spud manufactures it under Donnie's name.
Yes, because it's yellow. It's like that same color and everything. This is a big deal. Garrett, you're the impartial judge here. What do you think about that answer for Spud Inc.?
I am going to take it because med school is full of technically questions. And I'm very used to that at this point.
The best
All right.
kind of correct.
Well, if you're going to take it, then tell us our final standings after the final question.
Alrighty, well, Big Kolten ended up taking the thing all the way home with a score of 13,419. Big Cody has a score of 10,711 plus 2,000, which would make that 12,711. Big Joey has a score of 11,379, and Big Mo, I forgot to write your score down, but he's still holding that rear nice and high and strong for us.
Okay. So I might have misheard what you said. Big Kolten got that question right?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh no, I completely messed up. Big Kolten was the only one who got it technically wrong. So that means Big Cody is the winner.
Well, I told you anything could happen with that last question.
Works
Big
best
Cody.
to start the podcast from start to finish.
Yeah. Man, what was I doing in 2016 that I wasn't listening to the podcast? All right, folks. Well, that's been the Massonomics backlog quiz. Hope everybody had a great time. As a reminder, the winner is getting a piece of art of some sort, Massonomics art from Conspiracy Randy. This episode is also brought to you by Obsidian Ammonia. Code unpaid for Obsidian Ammonia. If you missed the horse stall mat ammonia, go over there and grab some. I don't know what they do now. I know they got in a little bit of trouble over there with their logos, but Obsidian Ammonia, code unpaid, gets you a discount on that ammonia. Final word from Big Kolten. Go ahead.
I had one misclick. Would have put me ahead.
Yeah, well, I will tell you that whatever the last question was, the point value was going to be enough to cause a lead change, so there was no escaping possible loss there. Big Cody, our big winner. Final words on today's quiz show.
Yeah, the game was definitely rigged for me from the beginning.
It was. Big Joey, how was your experience on the quiz show today?
Well, I'm really disappointed that I'm not walking away as the CEO of the back catalog. But I would appreciate if the rest of the contestants would submit to a random drug inspection.
That's right. It's a tested quiz federation.
We're going to start a new quiz federation.
For the quizzers. For the quizzers, by the quizzers.
For the quizzers.
Finally.
For the quizzers.
Finally. And Nate, parting words for your contestants and for our listeners.
Yeah, I spent the whole episode at the rear, but I'm comfortable there, and I'm good with my fingers, but I'm not very fast.
All right. And I would be remiss if I didn't also thank, I thought he was going to join today, but I guess he couldn't make it. Our technical guy, Nate, did a lot of work to put together the Kahoot, help test things out, help just make sure this was a smooth run. So big thanks to our technical guy, Nate. For myself, for Big Garrett, that's it for our Massonomics quiz show. Join us next week for whoever our next guest happens to be on the Unpaid and Underrated podcast. All right, guys. Thanks for your time. Thanks for joining. Had fun, and catch up with you later.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, take care, guys.
Great meeting, guys.
Nothing to add.
Great meeting, guys. Good job.
Yeah, thanks.
Nice work.
Thanks.
Thanks. Good
Yeah,
stuff.
nothing on my end.
Thanks.
All right.
Thanks.
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 Hong Kong.